So I did a video yesterday about how my rent was going up $410 a month. And then I blamed Trudeau because it is his fault. And somehow I keep getting the same dumb comments that it's not Trudeau's fault and that it's the provincial government's fault. Yes, it is kind of partially true that it is the provincial government's fault, but in Alberta, they've never needed rent control before because we always had enough houses for the people that lived here so that people couldn't get away with charging whatever they wanted, because if they did, they would never rent their place out or they'd never sell the house, whichever the case is. But the problem is Justin Trudeau is bringing in 1 million people into this country every single year, and we can't build enough houses for the people. It's simple supply and demand. If the supply is way too low and the demand is way too high, the cost of the supply goes through the roof. Simple economics. So, in order to accommodate just the housing for the 1 million people that are coming in every year, on average, there's 2.4 people per household in Canada, which means that we would need about 330,000 houses built across the country per year. Now, they say that it takes about 4 to 6 months to build a house. So let's go on the overestimate side and say every single house can be built in 4 months, which means every single crew there can build 3 houses a year. So that's 110,000 houses every 4 months that are being built by all the same tradespeople. Now, they say that there's 30 contractors that go into every house being built. There's 3 to 4 people from every one of those contractors, but let's just say 75 people on every single house to build the house. So, in order for that to work out, that means that we're over 8 million people it would take to build the houses just to accommodate the people that are coming into the country. The problem is there's only 1.5 million people in construction in Canada. I know that number seems very low, but I've actually looked it up in a few different places and I get roughly the same number everywhere. Now, the thing is, not all of them are building houses. Some of them are building roads, some of them are building power plants, some of them are building stores, some are building everything else. That's not accommodating for just the houses. So we're already short 5 times the amount of people we need to build the houses just for 1 million people to come into the country every single year. So yes, it is Trudeau's fault. You can't bring in 1 million people into a country with 40 million people to build the houses. It doesn't work. It's unfeasible. It cannot work. The cost of housing is going to continue to go up and up and up and up and up and up. They already say that in order just to hit a plateau by 2030, that we would need 5.8 million houses to be built. Now, we've got 40 million people in the country, and it's taking 75 people to build a house. So divvy that up, and you got about 500,000 people. If you took every single person from diapers to diapers in the country, you'd have about 500,000 people doing every specific job to build the house. We wouldn't get anything else done. We'd just be building houses. And then we could build about, 1.8 million houses? So we could come up with roughly the amount of houses that we needed if every single person from diapers to diapers was building houses. But then who would do everything else? How does nobody understand this? It's not that hard to figure out.